Thank you, Chair, panel members, delegates. This is a continuation of yesterday's presentation. In yesterday's presentation, I tried to portray the diversity of PNG communities and the challenges that this diversity poses in terms of development and in terms of building the futures of communities. The organization that I work for is an OZ-funded program, Strongim Pipol, Strongim Nation, a form of nation building, but from the bottom up. What the organization that I work for does is to use community development as an entry point in cultivating engagement between the government and the communities for good governance. On the premise that a lot of the development challenges that Papua New Guinea has experienced over the years, and as stated by the previous speakers, come to this stage, really lie in the practice of governance and leadership in PNG. So in order to enable government at the community level to make decisions regarding allocation of resources towards those priorities, that it is probably in their interest to get communities to have better engagement with government, so that government is actually making decisions in their interest. What is Strongim People, Strongim Nation doing about assisting communities in addressing some of their development priorities? We work with a range of partners, starting with small communities right across PNG. Under the current program, we are working with about 243 small communities in different parts of PNG. But over the last 10 years, we've reached out to about 2,000 communities throughout PNG. We're also working with a number of networks at the district level, at the provincial level as well. Women's networks, for example, disability networks, and various networks addressing various aspects of social inclusion or social exclusion. We're also working with some national level and provincial level organizations. For example, in the area of integrated bottom-up planning, ward, local level government, district and provincial planning. We're working with Medang provincial government, for example. We are also working with the National Department for Community Development in one of their programs. We're also working with a number of key national level partner organizations, they're called key partners, that have a clear mandate with regards to promoting transparency, accountability, and democratic governance. Transparency International PNG Charter being one of the examples that we work with, one of the organizations that we work with. The sectors that we focus on are health, education, disability, gender, HIV/AIDS as well. Because I only have 5 minutes, I will go straight to some of the lessons and challenges that we've encountered in this work over the last couple of years. Remember that at the beginning, the intention of the Strongim People, Strongim Nation program was to cultivate partnership, engagement between communities and government, in active engagement on decision making, with the intention of good governance leading to good decisions, leading to improved service delivery, right? But from the experience so far, the engagement between communities and government tends to remain and revolve solely around services delivery. The handout of goods, and Papua New Guineans coming from a cultural psychology of reciprocal relationships. You know, if you're helping me, I don't really want to argue with you, you know. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me. So some of the limited uptake of advocacy, democracy, may also be a reflection of the politics of patronage, the delivery of development in a patronage manner. In the work that we do, we also increasingly experiencing the disconnectivity of government with other arms of government, as alluded to by the previous speaker. the disconnectivity between government and civil society. So the need for alignment and connecting all of these different arms of the development. And I guess one of the lessons that's important for a forum such as this, developing goals, objectives at the international agenda, and then cascading that down to the regional, national, and then down to community levels is the need for harmonizing international, regional, and national intentions with the realities of the communities that we live in. And this challenge is particularly pertinent in PNG, given the high level of geographic inaccessibility, compounded with illiteracy in PNG, and the lack of information and awareness by communities as to what's happening in the next community, let alone beyond that community to the district and to the national level. Right? So very important that we harmonize our intentions. A lot of very good policies, sounding intentions at this level, but how do we link that down to the realities that communities are living with? That's all. I think I won't be able to use up my 5 minutes. Thank you very much.